In a small town, nestled between rolling hills and whispering rivers, lived a little girl named Anu. She was curious, wide-eyed, and saw magic in everything around her. Welcome to Tale of Anu, a journey through childhood, nature, and the heart of a little town.
Anu and Nero had just started going to the village school. It was a few miles away from their little house, beyond the paddy fields and tall trees. Every morning, they woke up early, washed their faces with cool well water, and packed their books and lunch into their worn-out school bags. And laughing, down the dusty paths that led to the school. There was no school bus then, so all the children in the neighborhood walked together. The path was beautiful. It went past tiny streams that whispered over stones, through shady forests filled with birdsong, and across green paddy fields that shimmered in the morning sun. Sometimes they met an old farmer on the way, or waved to women washing clothes by the river. In the morning, they always took the straight road to school, but in the afternoon, when school was over, they never came back the same way. Oh no, Anu and Nero always took the shortcuts. Those paths were full of adventure and secrets. There was a garden along the way with guava, mango, and bamboo trees. When the owner wasn't around, the children would quickly climb the fence, pick a few fruits, and run off giggling. But no one really scolded the village children for picking fruits. Everyone knew it was part of growing up, except the old man with many fruits in the garden. Once, the old man saw them and came chasing after them with a stick. The children ran as fast as their legs could carry them, their hands still full of guavas. Sometimes they walked along the narrow bunds between the paddy fields. It was tricky to keep balance on those tiny paths. One day, Nero slipped and fell right into the muddy field. He sank all the way up to his knees. Anu laughed so hard she nearly fell in two. They hurried to the nearby stream to wash the mud off before going home. On other days, they carried a small glass jar in their school bag. When they reached the stream, together, they caught tiny fish using Nero's shirt as a net. They brought the fish home and kept them in a bowl, feeding them with small worms. Those little fish became their favorite pets. By the time they reached home, the sun was low, and the sky was painted in gold and orange. Emma would be waiting at the door with her hands on her hips. "Why so late again?" she would scold gently, but her scolding never lasted long. Because she always had a warm meal waiting, and oh, how delicious it tasted to their hungry tummies. After eating, Anu and Nero ran out again to the lane, where all the neighborhood children played until the sunset. The games, the laughter, and the dust rising in the golden light, it was pure joy. At night, after dinner, they sat close to Emma and Sasa. There was no television in those days. So every night ended with stories. Stories of clever rabbits, brave kings, and magical forests. Anu's eyes would grow heavy as her mother's voice became soft and dreamy. And as she drifted into sleep, she would think of the next day, the walk to school, the stream, the guavas, and all the little adventures waiting for her and Nero. Because every day was a story of its own, full of laughter, mud, mischief, and love.
More adventures are waiting. The next tale of Anu will begin soon.